And it's a good morning, good morning, good morning. As you saw from the intro video outside my front yard, I love going out there. Well, I love looking out there in the mornings as well. It's a wee bit cold at the moment. But anyway, as I'm peering out underneath the wooden slat, it's just a little bit inconvenient, the height of where the wood is on my window. So I've got to squat down to see the bird path. That's why I like having the camera sitting there. I have done that where I've had the camera just sit there, like the video on the corner of my screen, sitting there. And have I got sound? That's the other thing I was just going to check too. Am I talking into space or have I got sound? I've got everything beeping. I didn't turn them off. Yeah. Anyway, I'll show up these. And now I've got a frog in my throat. Must have hopped from the bird bath. Good morning, Diane. Lovely to have you here. And Alison, good morning. You made it on time. Yes, you have. I didn't have this one as a scheduled because I was expecting to actually be at the Body Mind Psychic Expo at this time this morning. I would have already been there, but hey, decisions, like I said yesterday. Some things in life do change and the way we deal with that changes too. So here we go. And hope I'm feeling better. I am actually feeling a lot better. It's the inconsistency and unknown around what my issue is that's started to create some issues of its own. So, and that's my decision to change around some of what I do. And that's fine. It means I can be here in front of more people like you, my lovely little online family almost. So, and you can hear me. Oh, good, good, good. And now with that started, good morning, Dean. Lovely to have you here. I am Ros Boundy Psychic Medium for those who haven't seen me before, and I do the daily LENORMAND card spread reading such as this every morning. It is a general card spread so that it's not the individual card pulls and, queries like you may have experienced before elsewhere. Although I do those, they're a Friday evening. So we're here in this morning to bring in the day with some general guidance. So tap into your psychic senses, connect with your spiritual guidances, whether it's the angel spirit, past loved ones, or whether it's just that gut feeling you have, connecting in with your higher self and your soul. So it's all relevant. Okay, now I said good day to Dean. So wonderful to have you here. Michelle, hello. And there's the good morning from Dean. Yeah, just as I explained then, Dean. So it's not the individual card pulls and that type of thing. So what we're doing, because it is a Sunday, I do them slightly differently to the weekday readings. But here we go with the cards that I have pulled with the guidance of Spirit, of course. They do certainly guide me in that how and which way I do things. So what I've got is this deck of cards this morning. It is the Rana George deck again, as yesterday. I had a different spread yesterday to today. It's more minimal. And we have, there's the beautiful gilded cards. You can see the little shinies on the cover. And each of the cards themselves actually have that gilding, as you can see. Well, actually, I'll bring them up each one at a time. Spirit guided me to do a smile. So that's what I've sort of done. It's more in a smile pattern, or supposed to be. And that in itself will bring joy and love into the day because that's what my intention is with, and I think spirits as well. That's the intention of having this design, this spread, just as simply as that. And good morning, Connie. I am well, thank you. Yesterday went reasonably well, hoping today goes the same at home by choice. So there we go. It's Sunday. Wow, exactly. Time does go fast. That's exactly right. Now, Dean, with the individual card readings, individualized readings, I am going to bring up a link later that will give you the opportunity for very good value reading. It's valid for the rest of today. So I'll talk about that a bit later, and then you can ask that question again, and we do a reading that's going to be individualized and private that way. And good morning to the Facebook user. Now, this shows up without having the avatar because you're coming in via a group, a private group, and possibly my Facebook profile. I'm not sure, unless you're a friend of mine. I'm just not sure how that works. But there is a link above it, like that shows in the description above this live stream somewhere, that should say click here to allow to see the name. Okay, that's okay, Dean. Thank you. Thank you for being here. If you want to wait till the end, I do only take about 10-15 minutes with this section of it. Although if you'd like to, I will bring this up now for those who do want to, and then it's there in the chat stream. I'll just put that up. Whoops, wrong way. That way. Although this isn't the Curiosity tea card cloth that's showing here, it certainly is the special that I've put forward for the weekend to, yesterday and today. So certainly do click that if you want an individualized private reading. I think it allows you to put your email there as well, so that I can send a link to the recording, or you can join in, send, all that sort of stuff. So, various ways of doing things. If you have trouble, just send a message to me at Ros Boundy, like in the Facebook Messenger thing, at Ros Boundy. You'll find me there. So now, good morning, Sandy. I hope you're well as well. So lovely to see your beautiful face there. Wonderful. And you'll try that, yeah. Or failing that, just put your name after the end of any comments if you are in a private group and it's not showing up like that, and that's you type of thing. So, okies. Right. Beautiful smile on the face of this spread. I love it. And especially that it came up with what we've got is the flowers. Yes. See the difference that it makes, Carla? Good morning to you. And I love the dragon. Oh, you've got the dragon and the butterfly. What a lovely combination of emojis. Wonderful. I didn't realize that's what you had before. Yes, transformation there. Wonderful. And what we've got here is the yes, you're noticing some things there. I love how you're each picking up the symbolism of what's happening in the cards and the spreads, because Alison's even noticed you love that little dolphin symbol between the cards. Yes, you will have noticed, besides the cards, which we've got the bouquet of flowers, we've got the stars, and we've got the coffin. That's the cards. But look at all these other little trinkets or charms. It's called charm casting, and they are absolutely beautiful. I have them laid out ready for later. That can be part, and they are potentially going to be part of what is that special deal reading, as far as the Curiosity tea card readings for the $30. I'm hoping that link works for those who'd like to take the opportunity to use that. I do have a PayPal link if that's not going to work, and I might just put this in here. I have no idea if this is something that's going to Pocket 2 reader, and it's 30. Because I just got to check the spelling on that. I didn't spell it right yesterday. That one. Because I've been, twiddling with the buttons and editing things, that link for the Curiosity Tea, that first link, I expect it does work. I was trying to tweak it yesterday. So the one thing is, it's hard for me to test it because I'm the owner of that account, and it's hard to do the payments to yourself type stuff. They don't like it. So that's why I did that. And part of what I want to expand is with the charms and using these little bits of extras with the readings. So And there are a couple of totems, are they, Carla? Yes. And here we have, oh, good morning, Dee. You're over on the YouTube. It's wonderful to see you there. Thank you. And I am hoping that this is the correct answer. Oh, hoping it's the right way to spell it. I'm pretty sure it is. Now, look, it's fine if you have no money. It's just one of those things that bring in the positive intentions of what is for you the right time for everything. You bring it in as, oh, I'm going to, it. Anyway, we all live and deal with our lives as we are meant to. So just tap into your spiritual guidance. Tap into that which is your connection, that you feel is your gut feeling, and strengthen that. Go with your gut feeling. Trust that, Dean. Now, what we're doing is bringing in I've just got to, I'm trying to think which way I actually do that. I'm going to see if I can zoom that in now on the cards and shift the angle, because I'm using eCam. I can do that on this program, and we'll get to the reading, because I'm sure that what you'd like to do is see more of the charms in a set. Okay, right. So with the bouquet, and I'll lift that up so that we can see it more detail. Here, and this, you see the gilding so much more clearly too. It twinkles and shines, it does. Anyway, it's the start of acknowledgement of thank you, gratefulness, seeing the beauty in the world. And even in that, it just brought a smile to my face straight away, because it is the end result of what Mother Nature is actually at each and every moment in what our timeline, if you like, bringing forward what is the beauty of the world. For these flowers to grow, there needed to be that cycle of, and we're about climate change these days because it is becoming so important. Our environment is suffering, Mother Nature is suffering, and what she still brings forward is the end result of those steps of what nature needs, what the process of the environment needs: the good soil, the water in the soil, the nutrients in the soil, the air, the worms, all the bugs in the soil, the seeds to then get that moisture and blossom and grow, and having the sun to shine on them, the water to give them water, well, that the thirst, that the water for the cells and all the rest of it, and to continue growing as their DNA, as that pattern within each cell of them is bringing it forward to, and it doesn't start as a flower. It grows from just that seed to the stems, to, if it's a rose bush, there is a trunk to those bushes and the arms and all the rest of it that's going to grow up and into what is the beauty of that blossom, that rose, that flower, in whatever way. And we then go to pluck them, bring them in to enjoy that continuity of beauty into our homes, into our offices, into space, to continue enjoying that is the perfumes or the colours, the design, the thank you. And it really is that cycle of nurturing back. And once these are spent, it's likely that most of us now are putting them back into compost to be able to recycle that, to bring it back to Mother Earth in its full round of and cycle in nature. So have that consciousness around what you are doing within your home and your office space, and where you move and where you live and all that. Have that awareness of what the cycle is, how we are nurturing it, how we're saying thank you to each other, because the bouquet really is about that acknowledgement and thank you to self or each other, to another, and bringing that into your day to day. So it's sharing that is beautiful. And it's one of those things that especially my mum really loved, was receiving flowers. She didn't want anything else for birthday or celebrations. It was the beautiful flowers and arrangements, because she didn't have a garden herself that had flowers. They'd gotten at that point where you just could not spend the time out in a garden. So it was a wonderful gesture and gift to each other to have the flowers. So say thank you to self or someone else today. And then we've got the stars in that central position. So it's almost like the day and the night for this one, as far as what we're bringing in from that, that is our dreams, and carrying that through our day to day. There's always something that we know, we feel in our gut that, oh, it's just a thought, it's just a dream, it's never going to come true. But there are others of what we're seeking and seeing in our distant, I suppose it is our future. Why would we plan if we didn't have those hopes and dreams? Bringing them into our existence, to bring them into our actuality and living it. So that's what this is indicating, that you can, even the daydreams that we can have, spend some time and really feel into what those hopes and dreams are for yourself. And it could be for some others around and about you too, your loved ones. So here we are saying thank you for all that we've got, what we have potentially coming in as well from those, the stars, the dreams, the what is forward. And sometimes with the coffin, and that's what this card is, it's the coffin card. I will just pick that one up to show you how I love the glistening on this. But it's the ornateness, it's the wonderful way that we can say goodbye to that is completed, that's, well, dead to us, I suppose, no longer useful in whatever way that we are, shifting that on to the next space and place, whether it's in our emotions, whether it's in our physical aspect. And I do think a lot of the time it's sometimes the things that we're needing to shift on, recycling, putting them to better use than just ditching into a landfill or something like that. But, in this instance, if it was an Egyptian grave, the sarcophagus, or the, like the pharaohs did with the pyramids, they buried their treasures, their whole household with them. We don't want to do that. It really is just allowing that is, the dreams that aren't what we're feeling is going to be continuing on with, to allowing them to pass. The things that we're no longer using in our homes, and minimizing it so that we're not continually piling on, stuff on stuff on stuff too. It's a lot to do with allowing that's no longer a useful, being of use to us, that it is as it needs to be passed on, or that, really thinking about what do you need, what do you want, all that type of thing. And if it's not something that you need anymore, doing something productive with it. It's just that type of energy around that. And Sunday, well, it's Sunday here at the moment. For some on the other side of the world, it's still their Saturday. But take the guidance of really being guided as to what you need to keep, what you need to shift on. And if it is something that's to do with grief and moving that type of emotional factor on, allow it to be in its fullness, in what you need to experience for that grieving. If there is the sadness around some death that's happening in the actuality of a physical, like a human passing, a person passing, a loved one passing, or even those that are like what we see in the news so often, is the wars and shootings and things like that. Very recently, as far as the shootings, so sad, but we can put our love and energy into that to help the humanity, the energy that's the combined of what is humanity towards that sadness, and allow that grief to move through as it needs to. So it really is the bringing this smile through, that all things are going to be as they're needing to be, and making sure that we ourselves, for our own personal level in our day-to-day, are taking care and love of what is important to us and allowing those dreams to continue to flow through. Now, what we have here in the charms that are sitting between, oh, I just noticed that one. Sorry, Ant. Here is your comment there that, g'day, mate, you're an Aussies. Yes, I am an Aussie. I'm definitely that. Born, bred, grown, all that sort of stuff, and obviously from the accent. Coming to you from Port Elliot, South Australia, if you wanted to have a little bit more specific. And here we have a mode of transport sitting in between the flowers and the stars. So it really is making sure that that energy of movement is happening. And guess what? This is actually, and it's very hard to put that on, I don't know if it'll show up that well. To put it on a hand is very difficult. Let's see if that shows up. It's the pumpkin chariot. Look at that. See? It's and it just brought to my mind as I saw that sitting between the two. Oh, wow. Here it really is the fairy tale. It's the dream come true. Here we've got that beautiful energy of, having our magic begin. Making sure that we use the magic before that time runs out, the before midnight, as Cinderella. I just have, it really is, it's joy in my heart seeing these cards today because the dreams are there. And one of my totems, that's how the dolphin did land, was that way. Dolphin is one of my totems because I have an earth, air, water. I like things in threes. So my air totem is owl, as you would notice from behind here. How could I get that? See, I made that one. So the air one is owl, the water is dolphin, and the earth is, I haven't decided yet. I know there is, but there's still some things that are yet to be discovered. And that's just what came to me then as I was speaking. So there certainly is a third. And I don't know. I have this that is an elephant sitting here on my desk. It was gifted to me. So maybe it's the elephant, a holographic elephant that is on a bookmark I was gifted. Isn't it beautiful? So who knows? You may yourselves have three as well. It's not something I thought of. I suppose it's probably been Peanuts, my dog, has been my totem because she's with me all the time. I've not had to have a symbol. Discover yours. There is only two there yet. Maybe there will be a third. But it's all of these little symbols and signs that are bringing in the messages of what we need, well, what we have as a guidance today. So it is cute, isn't it? Those totems are gorgeous. Well, their charms are gorgeous. You love dolphins? Oh, I do too. I've got another one here. And this is definitely because for me, spirit animals, totems, it's only but a name. But here's a bookmark I've had for years, and that's got that sort of a holographic movement. It really is years. It could be 2000, could be before that I've had this. I really don't know. But it moves. And so I've got that on my desk, and it's absolutely beautiful. Nothing on the back. So I really don't know. I bought it myself, was so attracted to it because the eyes moved with me. And I have had a painting on a wall that's similar where they followed me, and I've just had to have that. So that sits there as my overseer in the office. So they are beautiful. And Corinda, I'm not putting that up. G'day, how are you? And the lovely Alison with your beautiful little baby Yoda. The crow and the dragonfly are two others of yours, yeah. There is no limit to what we can experience in the way of totems, charmed, spirit animals, guides, all of that. They are all, each and every one of them are valid in our lives as we need them. There may be people of ancient times that show to you as your spirit guides as well. So it's one of those things, hey, chat with them, have the conversations, be in touch at that. Oh, look, I won't say telepathy, but there's a knowing when your communication is happening. There's a knowing when there's a connection happening, and you can control it. So anyway, that's something for another day. I said I was going to be only 15 minutes, and here I am nearly half an hour. Whoops. Just notice the time, in other words. So thank you, Keza. You love the cards today? Yes, have a beautiful day to all. Thank you so much for being part of the morning reading, as usual. For some, as usual. For others, welcome. And certainly if you do want to have... oh, look, I'm just going to say that. Corinda, I've put it on the screen. Hey, you're drunk. You're having a wonderful Saturday evening, I'm sure. So it is lovely to see you joining in. I hope you don't have too much of a hangover in the morning. But anyway, it's lovely to see you. Yeah, so those who've had readings with me previously, it is similar to this in that you're invited in if you want to join in as a recorded with me doing your reading, or I record a reading and send you a link via an unlisted YouTube so that you can re-watch it if you like to that way. So that's the way that I do those. And the $30 for the Curiosity tea card reading is absolutely great value. If I was actually at the Body Mind Psychic Expo at the moment, that would be $60 value. So for the 15 minutes, I just do the readings for as long as it takes to do a reading for you with that $30. So there's not really the same time limit, but it's within reason, of course. Okay, so thank you, Connie. The cards are gorgeous, aren't they? So have a lovely day. And for each and every one of you, have a lovely day as well. Now, I'm just going to pop that link. I don't think I do need to pop that link back in there. It should be in your comments section. Otherwise, I will just have a look in my Ros Boundy, at Ros Boundy on Facebook, on my YouTube. The link is, actually, I'm not sure if the YouTube has the chat replay. I might put that in the comments in the YouTube video relative to this. So if you need to. So, oh, I love that word. Wonderful, Carla. Have a magnanimous day, everyone. Thank you for that. I like big words. I try not to use them, but because I get told off by the partner. He said, stop that. I've loved reading over so many years, and you pick up a few words that are a bit bigger than others. So thank you for that and those beautiful emojis. Keep being the best you that you can be, because you are perfect. Namaste till later. Tomorrow, whenever. Bye for now.